It's Chelsea Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking basketball, NBA, Sixers at Clippers. It's almost the Sweet 16 in March Madness, and we've got a promo code. Guess what it is? It's SWEET for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. Clippers home favorites here, -7.5. Total is 224.5. Notable injuries in this one. Of course, Joel Embiid still out for the Sixers. And then we've got Kawhi Leonard and Pat Beverly, both questionable for this game. And so Serge Ibaka, Rajon Rondo just acquired. So a lot of question marks in this one, but good thing we have an expert on hand to break this one down for us. Chip Chirimbes, who do you like here? What's the play?
Well, Chelsea, you hit the nail on the head right away when you said who's playing, who's not playing. There are a number of large sports books that still haven't hung a number on this game, but 7.5 is out there with the Clippers being favored. And Philadelphia's had such a great season under Doc Rivers. I mean, they really have taken on a different personality, particularly on the road, where in years past they just never came to play. This year they're 13-9 straight up on the road. One thing that's an anomaly against this LA Clipper team, we know the Clippers have been good in most recent seasons, making it to the finals. Philadelphia has been more or less an also-ran. They've always had a great flash and great show and never quite got there. But in the last 9 meetings, Philadelphia is 9-0 against this team, ATS, against the point spread, 8-1 straight up. And Philadelphia is just playing great basketball. They're 9-1-1 in their last 11 overall. With or without Embiid, with or without Simmons, they seem to have their mojo going. And they just came with a big victory on the road here. Now they're going to play the Clippers, who are starting to put it together. They're 15-6 at home. You know, they're really starting to play some basketball that we've seen in the past. Kawhi Leonard showing up more often. They're 30-16 on the year. I think it's a very heavy number, Chelsea. I think 7.5 is telling you that the Clippers are finally going to get the 76ers number. I think the LA Clippers are the side, and I think the number 7.5 is indicative of the bookmakers' attitude toward this game, because the history of this game tells you the 76ers are going to be in it. They're playing tough. They're improved on the road, and yet this line is as high as it is. I don't want to get sucked in by the Sixers and see them get blown out.
Well, it was crazy against the Lakers. The Sixers almost didn't cover. It was kind of a sweat towards the end. And luckily, the Lakers missed some free throws. If you had the Sixers in that game, obviously I did. But both teams have been really good at covering numbers lately. The Sixers going 8-1-1 against the spread in their last 10. And then we've got the Clippers, who have covered in 4 of their last 5, I believe. So it's 2 teams that have had their injuries. But no matter what the number is, it seems like they've done a great job covering, but something's got to give here. Let's look at a total of 224.5. Any leanings there?
Well, my first instinct would be over, with Kawhi Leonard playing the way he is and shooting at the high percentage. And Philadelphia, without Embiid's campaigning to be Defensive Player of the Year, but he hasn't been around of late. And without him around, Simmons is running the offense from the outside, and there's plenty of scoring. So my instinct would say to go over. But I'm still questioning why that line is 7.5 and not 4.5.
Right. Definitely good questions to bring up. And obviously, as always, keep your eye on that injury report, because we are filming this a little bit early, so things can change. And obviously, some of those big name players can make a big difference in this game. Notably, keep your eye on Kawhi Leonard if he plays in this one. But that's going to do it for our NBA talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Chip Chirimbes as always. Chip, thanks for joining us.